Hello again. This is Dr. Hocker, the Superintendent of Coeur d'Alene School District 271. It's my privilege to address you again at this time as we're approaching spring break. You know, I flash back 2 years ago, almost to this day. I remember a Friday the 13th of all days in 2020. That's when many schools across the entire country shut down because of COVID. And I think most of us expected that shutdown would last a week or two. And here we are, flash forward 2 years later. We're very fortunate. We've had a very good year this year in regards to remaining open. We've actually only had to close one middle school for 2 days, a Friday and a Monday throughout this entire school year. So many accolades should go out to our staff, our students, everybody that's come together to help keep our schools open and operating. Now, we're probably not out of the woods completely yet, but we're certainly feeling much more optimistic. And I just want to take an opportunity to thank so many people. Many of you have stepped up and substituted for our teachers when they were out. You know, that was the only reason we had to close a school for a couple of days, was because of staff absences. And many of you stepped up. You have substituted over the last several months, and that is very appreciated. I thank you so very much for that. And it's important to take a moment and recognize a few additional people. Teachers and staff went out of their way to ensure continuity in everyday school operations as best as they could. And I'd like to specifically point out that our students really exemplified resiliency and tenacity. We all know that they found many ways to make lemonade out of some of the lemons that they're facing. And again, one last thank you to all of our Coeur d'Alene School District 271 family. I want to thank you for your patience and your unwavering support these past couple of years, and especially these last few months. And as we approach spring, there's many exciting spring activities underway. If you're ever looking for something to go do, catch one of our school plays, catch one of our concerts. They happen at all various grade levels. Of course, spring sports is underway. Of course, that probably explains why it's raining this week. But we're very excited about all of these various activities that over the last couple of years have had to make some significant changes in their operations. And we're looking forward to this year and this spring getting back to a little bit more of a normal routine. So certainly look forward to seeing you at many of these different activities, as I'm going to be out enjoying them myself. And I guess one last thing I want to make sure I just point out, last month, so the school board meeting in March, our school board approved a calendar for next school year's operations. And that calendar for the 2022-2023 school year is just a little bit different than the calendars that we've had in the past. So I just want to specifically point that out and recommend that you jump onto our school webpage and scroll down there on the far right-hand side until you get to next year's calendar, and give that a look as you're planning your trips and vacations and visits with family next year. That winter holiday season, generally speaking, we have a break right before Christmas Day. We have a little break right after the Christmas Day. This next year, most of the break is after the Christmas Day. So it's going to extend into January a little deeper than it ever has in the past. Some have said it's going to align with some college schedules a little bit better, and that may be the case, but we just want to make sure that you pay attention to that as you're planning. And then in addition, it is our full intent to have a 2-year calendar available for your use. We plan to bring the 23-24 school year calendar to the board for approval at their April school board meeting. And right now that calendar plans to emulate the next year calendar, with that winter holiday being a week or so later than usual. That seems to fall about every 7 years or so on the calendar, and so just wanted you to all be aware of that. Other than that, again, thanks for this opportunity to address you here this month of March. I look forward to seeing you out in many of the different activities and events here as we head into some nice weather. Thank you.